Here with Steven. How you doing today?
Doing great.
We're in the Midwest, and you are a current Petit owner. How long have you owned car washes in general?
Well, between partners and I, we've been in the car wash industry for about 17 years.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I personally have been in it about 4 years.
Okay.
Well, almost 5 now.
Okay.
But yeah, just loving it so far.
Okay, so you have a total of 7 bays, right?
We have 7 bays in Owensboro, and then we have another 2 in Indiana, so we've got 9 total bays.
Got 9 total bays. Okay, how many Petits?
We've got 5.
5 Petit and 4 someone else.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what has your experience been since you have Petits when it comes to volume with a Petit compared to your other machines?
It's basically double,
Okay.
At least double. It depends on the bay length and everything, but for this site in particular, same bay length, we're doing basically double per bay.
Excellent. And what's the experience with the maintenance and everything else regarding the Petit versus the other machines?
Well, we haven't had hardly any maintenance with Petit. I mean, I think early on with one of the, we had a couple issues during install with it was right after COVID, and so the supply chain wasn't great at that time.
Okay.
So, but since the initial kickoff, we really haven't had anything. I think we had one sensor go bad on a T-bar that we had to change out, but nothing much.
Okay, fantastic. So out of 5 machines in 2 or 3 years, you've maybe had one sensor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't had hardly anything. Yeah.
Great. So your partners, what has their opinion been since they were doing this a lot longer after they got the Petits in?
Yeah. No, it's been great. They've historically had been with the same manufacturer at that one site that they had, and we went and had a design to build a new site, and so that's where we came up with looked at the Petit model with longer bays, and extremely happy with it.
Okay. Were they kind of surprised by the volume, especially after you get going?
Well, at first, when we went through the numbers and showed what they was capable of, they were shocked because they hadn't seen or even thought that was possible with a touchless setup. So once we got through that, there was some excitement, and definitely during the busy times now, you can see those volumes jump up.
So with the Petit, you have a double bay, and we're right here. By the way, there's gonna be a lot of noise because it's a busy day. We're right here at a triple. Yeah. And you see really good throughput here at the triple, and you're kind of behind some stuff. We're not on the road at all. We're behind businesses.
Yeah, we're right in front of Walmart, and one street off of the busiest road here in town, and so.
But you're stuck behind things. You can't see it from the road. Even my GPS told me, and I looked over and I couldn't see it.
Yeah, yeah. So people know that we're here, and it's picked up a lot since we bought it, and we remodeled the entire site. Basically, everything here is new, except the shell of the building. And, yeah.
Did you do any marketing because you are kind of behind here, or what did you guys do for marketing at all?
We did some, a little bit of social media marketing, radio advertisements, just people knowing our brand from a previous site. That has helped quite a bit. Okay. I think the original location, is always a really quality wash. Take care of the customers, make sure everything's right, and so once we took over this site that had some issues, and put our name on it, and then obviously the new Petit equipment, changed the perception and drove the volumes up pretty quickly.
So you already had Petits at the other older site.
So we still have at the original site, we still have other equipment, but we built a 2-bay 2 years ago with Petit, with the extended bay, and then so that was about a year before we bought this place. Okay. Or renovated.
But it sounds like the quality, you already have the name, and people know the name.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. What do you think of? How long have you guys been running monthlies?
We started about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's that worked out for you guys?
It's nice. I mean, customers. A lot of customers are demanding that now in the marketplace, and so those customers are extremely happy. You do see when everybody first signs up a big spike in usage, but that starts tailing off as they stay on.
Where were you guys a bit?
At first,
Yeah.
you saw the numbers; they were
Pretty
pretty high, and but now you can see even the sites that have been doing it longer; those numbers are much lower, and compared to like this one that's been doing it for a year.
Yeah. Are you guys like in the 3.5 to 4 range? Like annually,
about
somewhere?
4 right now.
4, yeah, because it's a
Yeah.
little bit busier season, so 4 I can
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, in this area and where I'm from, typically 3.5 to 4.5. It just fluctuates throughout the year, but usually it's about 4. When you go out west a little bit, you see it drip a little bit, but out here our weather is a lot more sporadic. It's not as consistent as out west, so
Yeah.
people use it a little bit more often.
Yeah, like this is the first snow we've had, big snow we've had in a few years in this region. So it's just now melted off, and people are starting to come through now.
Yeah, did you guys get salt out here?
A lot of salt. Yeah,
We can see the lines. It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So the other partners that have been doing this for a long time, were they resistant to like a faster wash with monthlies, or they kind of adopted it easily?
Once I had studied it a couple of years before I became part of the group, and had a plan already laid out
Okay.
of what this would look like, and kind of put together a projection. So once we did that and looked at everything, it seemed to be the right choice. We actually had a full service site too that we own that we ended up getting rid of.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, to invest really in the touchless model.
Okay, got it. We find that it's really easier for someone new to it to adopt the in-bay express model than it is for people that have been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Because things have shifted quickly. You mentioned that customers demand it now, because how many tunnels do you have in town? This is not that big of a town.
Yeah, we have 4 express tunnels,
Okay.
and then we have a full service site.
Okay. And they're not too far from here, right?
One's less than a half mile from this site.
Okay.
Another one we got, I guess, actually there's 2 right here, a half mile in each direction from this site, and then our other site was, about a half mile down the road. We've
Okay.
got 2.
So from this site, you have 2 express tunnels, half mile each way, and the other one you got one between a half mile and a mile away.
Yeah.
And your numbers are still really good.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job. And you're really, this has only been, you said, like a full year and a half. This one's been operational.
Yeah,
Fully
since we did
operational?
the rebuild, it's I think by the end of December in 23. So yeah, just over a year.
Yeah, you give it another year, and it's going to keep growing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. You're probably seeing a good trend then.
Yeah, it's picking up every month. Right after we got the remodel done,
Okay.
it was a little bit of a slow ramp up. Of course, the season wasn't great either for washing cars during that time last year. But yeah, we're seeing it pick up every month. Weather dependent, obviously.
What do your customers say? What do you hear from them a lot?
They like how fast it is. They don't have to wait in line near as much, especially when it's really busy. So that's important to them.
It is.
So a lot of times they would have to, they would drive off and then come back at a later time. But now, if there's a couple of cars in front of them, they know it's only going to be, 5 or 6 minutes,
Exactly.
and then they'll be out of here. So. They enjoy that, and we implemented like the free vacuum, so
Good.
They really love that aspect
Okay.
of it as well.
Do you have free vacs for everybody, or just those on the monthly?
We did it for everybody, actually.
Because you're partially manned. You have someone, because you have so many sites, you have someone go to all the sites?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we have full-time manager that he takes care of overseeing everything and inspecting the sites on a daily basis, and then we got a couple guys that go and clean up the sites as well in mornings and evenings.
Okay, so someone that's really proactive like you guys, say you have a total of 9 bays, and like how many labor hours a week? Like maybe 80, 90 labor hours a week, or what do you think you're running?
Yeah, for these 3 sites that are all local, they're we probably about 70, 75 hours a week.
And that's 7 bays then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 7 bays, about 2 full-time people.
Yeah.
Running the whole thing. And
Yeah.
they're active, talking to customers and cleaning stuff. And
Yeah.
Yeah. I see a lot of different models. We have a couple people that man them all the time. Not really all the time, but on the busy hours try to sell monthlies. We have some people that show up once or twice a day just doing the vacuums and the trash. And then we have some people doing a little bit of a hybrid. When you get to that 7 to 9 bay, I know another company exactly the same. They have 10 bays, and they have 1 full-time manager, 1 full-time helper, clean,
Yep.
and then like a part-time. So like basically I have 2.5 people, and they're doing ridiculous numbers with 9 pettit bays.
Yeah.
So it's pretty maintenance free. And once you get a good install.
Yeah, keeping the place clean is the main thing. Making sure if there is an issue, get it addressed immediately or as quick as possible. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and the one reason I brought up the full-time place too is because you mentioned the vacuums. That is a little bit of a struggle we see. People that are unattended, typically they want to have the vacuums paid unless they have the monthly. But if you have someone keep an eye on the lots, then you can have them free all the time, because some of these locations that are unattended, you get a lot of riffraff and some crazy things going on. That'll drive away your good customers.
Yeah.
If you get some riffraff in.
You'll have the occasional people that take advantage of it and just come in for the vacuum and dump all their trash. But for the most part, people are fairly respectful.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just part of the game, right?
Right.
If you're in car washing, that's just going to be part of it.
Today we had somebody drop off a bunch of catering boxes. Just drop them off right next to the wash. So
cool.
it's just what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So any other comments on your experience with Petit, or?
It's been fantastic, really.
Okay.
Anytime we have questions, we call up and, we get the response. The customer service side has been excellent. I've personally talked to Tom twice on the Saturdays, not expecting that, obviously, but just happened to be taking the call that day. And
Tom's in. They have a loop of like 3 people that are on call, 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
He's in the loop.
Yeah.
Once every 4 weekends, he's one of the guys that's on call for tech support. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but no, we really don't have any issues. I think the machine quality is really impressive. The fact that there's so many out there that have been running, the number of washes you can get out of one seems to be very impressive.
Yeah.
You obviously pay a little bit more, but
well, your volume is speaking for yourself.
Yeah.
When you double the volume, so the price more. Other quality machines maybe 5 to 15%, maybe even 15 to 20, 30% more, but you're doubled your volume and have like an eighth of the maintenance. There's just not much to do on it.
Right.
But the double the volume speaks a lot.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah, we'll definitely. If we look to do more, hopefully have plans to do more in the future.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what chemicals are you using here?
The Wildfire Extreme Pack with Ignite, the booster. That's been a game changer. The level of cleanliness that we've been able to achieve with that compared to historical drum chemicals. It's definitely a step up. For sure.
Okay, now explain, because I talked to a lot of wash owners, both tunnel and in-bay. In the in-bay realm, we see some people just doing an alkaline without the booster, some with a booster, some doing a low-high. What are you doing here? Just high or low-high?
Yeah, so we're just doing a single pass high.
Okay.
And so we use the Wildfire EP with a alkaline booster.
Okay.
And then our second pass on certain wash packages, we use the unicorn pre-soak. So you get the triple foam effect and the senses from the smell, and the visual, the colors, and it's the same makeup as the pre-soak. So you don't have any issues as far as diluting or streaks.
As long as you have your titration right and you're not diluting it. Okay.
Yeah, and so we've got that dialed in well now, and we eyebrows are always an issue, right? With touchless, or historically, we've been able to really minimize them.
Sweet, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, used to even if you kept driving through, you still wouldn't make any progress. But what we've seen here is if you went through multiple times, they'll actually be completely gone.
Yeah. Wow.
So.
Okay, with the monthlies, they can do that.
Yeah. Actually, I saw one earlier today that drove around twice to wash, one after the other. Yeah.
So, and you're using the smaller extreme packs then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did note the smell when I came in here. Really good smell.
Yeah.
And that's important to a lot of people, especially females. And as soon as I walked in the door, I was like, wow, this smells good. I didn't realize it was a unicorn, actually.
Yeah.
But it smells really, really good.
Yeah, it's infused with spearmint.
Okay.
So it smells great when it's, you get the visual and the smell at the same time.
Yeah.
Smell, yeah.
And about what are your times right now in your current setups? Are they in the 2.5 to 3.5 or 2.5 to 3 minute range?
Yeah, so
From buzzer to buzzer?
Yeah, buzzer to buzzer, we're like, 240, 245 probably on average.
Okay.
It's all 4-pass. We've slowed a little bit down on high pressure. Probably even, I think we've gone a little bit further than what Tom recommended, slowing it down. Mm-hmm. Just want to make sure that we got a quality car, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah. Well, with multiple bays, you have a little more flexibility there. I mean, but still, 245 compared to 230, I'm still
You're
really
right,
good.
yeah.
And you do get a little bit of dwell, and it takes a while to tune it in. You mentioned, dial it in, and that's another thing we try to coach people on. Here's the best practice, but each area, your dirt, your titration is going to be a little bit different. And, that takes a while to dial in, no matter what chemical you're using.
And even the seasons change, a little bit.
Exactly.
So we might increase our dwell time when it's a little bit harder to clean. So
more rain.
Yeah, so we do dwell time because we want to make sure the chemical has plenty of time to react and get all the dirt off.
Yep.
But yeah, we just made a change, I think, a few weeks ago to increase the titration slightly.
Because it's cold.
Yeah.
When body panels are cold, you don't get the same reaction. So you need a little bit more dwell for it.
Right.
Or concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's good. But you're doing, we didn't talk before. I just showed up, threw cameras up. And that is the other thing we trying to coach people. If you need a cleaner car, it's more about the titration and dwell times, not more passes.
Right.
And you're doing exactly that. Is you're just adding 15 or 30 seconds even, slowing things down, but you're not adding more passes and wasting water.
Right.
Yeah. And now, what's the water consumption per machine? Have you kept track of that, like your double bay versus your double bay old machine?
Okay. It does seem to be less, but I haven't put
numbers on it.
Yeah.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize per car it's less, especially with the 4-pass.
Right.
And less electricity, much less water. But a lot of people don't do the numbers, I understand.
The 4-pass did take some customers that were used to our old site that had maybe 6 or 8 passes. They're like, hey, it's already done.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I got my money's worth.
Yes.
But they look at their car and it's clean. That's really all that matters.
I have a lot of questions. So I get asked that all the time. So how long did it take you to kind of train your customers, this is the way it is? Because you did there was an older wash here that probably took 5 to 7 minutes probably. How long did it take you to kind of train your customers that really wasn't much of an issue anymore?
Probably 6 months or so.
I tell people 6 weeks to 6 months.
Yeah.
Some of my sites that I see someone super proactive out there talking to customers, I've heard 6 weeks.
Yeah.
To me, it's probably longer, but they were real proactive doing it. But I've heard everything in between. I haven't really heard longer than 6 months, but that's good because people want to know that. I get asked that all the time.
Yeah.
And once you again have them look at the car and explain, this is much more powerful. So you get out of here. We're using newer chemicals. There's a lot of ways you can market that properly to set them up.
Yeah. And as soon as you tell them how much more powerful, how much more impact it is, they all say, yeah, my car is shaking the whole time when I'm in there, with the high pressure. So,
it correlates with what they're feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in a truck or SUV, you can definitely feel the rock.
Oh, yeah.
To it.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, you've answered a lot of questions that people ask, and you've addressed a lot of things that people ask all the time. So this is a good video because you just subtly address things that people ask all the time. And it's good to see you sticking to the 4-pass, getting in and out fast, still getting a good clean car. And well, the volume speaks for itself. If they weren't happy, you wouldn't have the volumes you have.
Right.
Which is great. So great. Any other input or anything? Or
I think I'm good. I appreciate your time.
Thanks
for coming down.
Appreciate it. Yep.